Hey guys, welcome to the Cardsmiths. We're back for another little late night special here. And I actually just filmed this entire video. I filmed a 22, probably almost 23-minute video here on the 7C City of 5 Sales expandable card game Kickstarter, only to realize that while my screen recording was running, my audio recording was not. So, yeah, not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, especially given the fact that I'm just gonna say it's very late at night right now. I'm still feeling sick as well, but I really did want to get this video made. As you can see here, there's only 15 hours remaining in the Kickstarter. I'm not gonna film a 22, 23-minute video again. I just don't have the time or energy for that, unfortunately. And it's really too bad the audio of the last one didn't work, but we're gonna make do here. We're gonna improvise, adapt a little bit, and overcome this. So yeah, as you can see, the Kickstarter's already raised 106,232 Canadian dollars. There's 713 backers, and as I said, 15 hours to go. So let's just run through this real quick. There's description. There's a game overview video here. I recommend checking that out if, well, honestly, just in general, but especially if this is pretty new to you and you just happened upon this video. I always say this at the end of the video, but if you're here watching, consider clicking like, clicking subscribe if have found any of our videos enjoyable or useful or informative in any kind of way. It does definitely help out the channel a lot, so please consider doing that, and let's dive back into it here. So there's a section on the story, which is really important because this is a story-driven expandable card game, which is a huge part of the appeal here. It's something that the community can engage with if they want to. Otherwise, you can be a more passive member in the story regard and um, not get involved with the community voting and organized play, which can or which will influence the story as well. You can just totally pick this up and play it for the great game that it is at home too. But the story is an appealing thing for a lot of people, myself included. I think it's really, really fun and interesting to be able to impact an ongoing story through votes and engagement with the community and tournament results as well. I think that's very cool. What is 7C? You could read through that as well. What's in the box? You can read through everything there. The one thing I'm going to draw to your attention is the fact that it comes with ×4 of each neutral faction deck card. Well, actually, before I even get into that, I just want to say that one base set comes with a complete play set of cards. You'll have a full play set, which is a stark contrast to what us Fantasy Flight Games LCG players grew accustomed to, which is needing to buy 2 or in many cases even 3 core sets just to have a full set of the base set cards. And that was not ideal at all by any stretch of the imagination. So I love that Pinebox has done away with that money grabbing and just wasteful approach. And yeah, they're giving you a complete playset with one box. But not only that, and this was what I was first going to get into here, they're giving ×4 of each neutral faction deck card. So you can include, unless it's a unique card, you can include up to 2 copies of a card in your deck. But including ×4 of each neutral faction deck card is particularly awesome here because it means that if you're sharing neutrals with, let's say, your friend, significant other, whoever you're playing with, you can each, well, you don't actually have to share the neutrals is what I'm trying to say. You can each take ×2 copy of the same card because there'll be 4 of them. So you can each build, provided the stipulation that you're each playing different nations, you can each build the most competitive and whatever deck you want to, because yeah, you won't have to share neutral cards with the other person. You'll each be able to take whatever you want. So that's awesome. That's super cool. I've seen Pinebox has said that they will be following that model going forward with expansions as well. So you'll have a complete playset for you and someone else, as long as you're playing different nations, from just buying one copy of all the products, which is really cool. I love that. So that's really great to see. Um, then there's information here on the factions. Just want to get down to the pledge levels here. There's a picture of someone there. That has the look of the makings of someone who bombed out of the top 16, I think. I'm just getting that vibe from that person. But yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking that. Um, the Pardon my coughing there. So here's the pledge levels. There's Life on the Sea, which is a digital PDF for anyone who pledges at the $25 American level here. So if you want to print and play the cards and just try out the game that way, you'll be able to do that. Pine Box will send you the files. Then there's the Welcome to Five Sales pledge level here. This is $50 American. This is the level that I backed. It's one copy of the base set and any unlocked stretch goals. So that is an appeal of backing the Kickstarter here. You'll get those stretch goals. You'll, I assume, get the game probably before you otherwise would be able to if you're waiting for it to go to retail as well. So those are some draws to backing. Now also you'll just yeah, I guess I already mentioned the stretch goals, but yeah, and in terms of what you're getting, like we said, where you're getting a complete playset instead of having to buy 2 or even 3 copies of it to do that, and you're getting a second full playset of the neutral cards for the $50 American price point here. That is very nice, um, and I highly recommend backing at this level here, especially if you just want to get the game, get the stretch goals, try it out. This is a really great option, and I highly recommend it. This is the pledge level that I backed at, and yeah, it's very happy with that decision. So then there's the duelist here. So for $100, you get 2 of them. I thought about backing at this level just so that I could keep a copy solely for showing people the game, keeping all the pre-constructed or all the demo decks for each of the 5 nations assembled and just have them ready to roll with a demo copy of the game. I just couldn't justify that financially right now, but it was something I considered. So if you have the money and you're gonna be wanting to demo to people, or maybe you want to play a lot at 4-player and you want to have 4 full play sets of all the neutrals, that's another option there for you as well. Then there's the powder cake here, so you get 1 copy of the base set. You get 10 sleeves for each of the 5 nations, which are there to sleeve your approach deck, which is a 10 card decks, hence the 10 sleeves for each nation. You get upgraded tokens here as opposed to the cardboard ones. You get these Bloodstone wound tokens here, and then an instructional playmat, which is a map of Thea. So Thea being the 7th Sea analog for Europe, essentially. Then there's the district leader pledge here. I won't get too much into these ones. There's a design a card pledge if you really have a lot of money burning a hole in your pocket. For a whopping 1K American, you can get in, or you could, I should rephrase that, you could have gotten in on that, but it was limited to 15 spots, and those were all purchased. So that isn't currently an option, or isn't an option, won't be an option anymore. Then there's add-ons. You can add another base set for 50 American. There's the sleeves. Here's the add-on I got. It's the instructional playmat, which is a map of Thea. I got this for 2 reasons. One, I think it will be useful for helping demo the game to people because it's an instructional mat and has all the game areas listed here. And 2, it just looks really nice. I love this playmat. I love the map of Thea. I little background story. Back in playtest, I think it was probably sometime early in the summer or something, maybe in the late spring. I I actually suggested that they do a play map that's a map of Theia. So really cool to see one of my Kickstarter add-ons become a reality here, or suggestions become a reality here. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun being a part of the playtest for this game, and then also seeing an add-on suggestion that I made as well come to fruition here is super cool to see. And yeah, seems they liked my idea enough to make it an option, and it seems to be somewhat popular, I think, so far. So that's super. That's anyway. I'm gonna keep rambling about that. So let's just move on. We got upgraded tokens here as an option. Those aren't necessary by any means, but if you want to do that and replace your cardboard ones, then there's the Bloodstone Wound tokens here as well. There's these Walnut Faction deck boxes for 100 American each. They're beautiful deck boxes, but I personally I just could not justify that price for what it is. So did not get in on that. Here's the appealing to the people stretch goal. The Kickstarter was fully funded in the first 75 hours, so hey, we did it. Look at us go. Pinebox appealed to the people, and the people came through. So we unlocked this. It's a alternate times 2 copies of this alternate art version of Appealing to the People will be added to each base set. So we unlock that. Here's the Tarot City location, so bigger city locations instead of just a regular size card, which is really important for two reasons, I would say. One is that uh, it just looks better. There's more room for the art. It's bigger. It has more of a presence on the table, which I think is critical when they're in a 1v1 game. There's only 3 city locations, and you and your opponent are competing over them. So I think they should stand out and be bigger. But two, in the practical sense of you're actually going to be putting the city deck cards, you're going to be putting one, generally one, on each of the city locations. So just having it be a bigger size card makes sense in a practical sense as well, because you're going to be putting stuff on top of it. So it's just, in my opinion, a really nice thing to have. It's not going to be replacing the regular size city deck cards, as some people were concerned that that would be the case, and they said they preferred the regular ones because they can just stick them in a deck box and it's easier to transport around with their deck or decks. So I can appreciate the logic behind that. But yeah, you're gonna have the option for either, so it's gonna be in addition to those regular ones. Then, if we reach 100k American, this Compass Initiative coin will be unlocked. I personally love this. I think it's beautiful. I love all the. It's a metal coin, which is really cool. It's got the compass side. It's got all the nations engraved or printed on, or whatever it is, on the other side. Um, I think this is super cool. I would love to have this as an unlock stretch goal. It's looking as though the odds of that are going to be pretty slim unless there's a big surge of backers in the last 14, 15 hours here, but I imagine crazier things have happened, so who knows? You could be someone to help us unlock this if you so desire. Then these ones, I don't think we're going to be getting to these. I won't really get into those. You can look at them if you'd like. Some information on shipping, the production and delivery timeline, what's an expendable card game. If you're new to the genre, I definitely recommend reading this. It gets rid of the chase for rare cards, the randomized booster packs, all that money grabbing, capitalizing on people's gambling nonsense of a TCG. So if that TCG hunt for rares isn't for you, an expandable card game will be a welcome breath of fresh air, and I recommend reading about that and finding out a little more. So who's Pinebox Entertainment, the company producing this? There's some quotes from their patrons, and then questions. The Discord's a great place for that. If you have Discord, I recommend joining. There's a lot of conversation about the game over there, and it's a really good spot to ask any questions. The design team will be happy to answer them for you. So I'll wrap up the video there. I just want to end this video by saying that this is a fantastic game. And if you wanna get it and try it out, like this Welcome to Five Sales pledge level for 50 American for what you're getting. You're gonna get the stretch goals as well. Um, absolutely worth the price of admission here if you have the money. So it's fantastic. I really recommend trying it out. I've been loving this game. I've been loving play testing it. I played in the Gen Con pre-release event, as I mentioned, and it was a fantastic experience. I love the ongoing and interactive storyline element to this game as well. Just a lot of things here I'm extremely excited about. So yeah, I recommend checking this out. Let's wrap this up, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.